peace and presence. I would like to start with what I've come to understand as the fulcrum of mental and emotional transformation. The word psyche has its etymological roots in the word sush, which means breath, and hence spirituality, alluding to the breath as well. Therefore, psychology is the study of the spirit. I invite you to breathe with me. Feel the rhythm in your chest, the tide of your own being. Inhale, not just air, but memory. Exhale, not just carbon, but story. We begin here, in the sacred spiral of utterance, where word becomes bridge and breath becomes witness. I am Khem, therapist, seeker, veteran of wars both visible and invisible, and I stand as both witness and vessel for what it means to heal in times such as these. In this space, I call forth the intersections, science and spirit, psychology and cosmos, the personal wound and the collective inheritance. My path is Integrative Gestalt and EMDR, but also Ausar Auset, also the wisdom of ancestors, also the rhythm of melanin itself. When I speak, I do not divide the clinical from the cosmic. The psyche is not separate from the cell, and the cell is not separate from the star. We are, all of us, living archives of a deeper intelligence. My intention is simple, but it is vast: to restore stability of mind, to return dignity to the soul, and to remind each of us that healing is not an event, it is a way of being. I walk with clients across thresholds, young adults struggling to find their center in chaos, elders navigating memory and grief, warriors of the spirit and of the street, mothers and fathers trying to hold their families together. To all of them, I bring this message: you are not broken, you are becoming. Gestalt gives us the contact, the meeting between self and environment, figure and ground. EMDR gives us the release, the gentle untying of knots held in the nervous system, and together they allow us to step beyond trauma's loop, into integration, into wholeness. But therapy, in my hands, is also ritual. It is not sterile. It breathes. It remembers. It echoes the old ways while honoring modern science. And in that weaving, healing becomes not just clinical, but sacred. Bobby Wright once warned us about benign neglect, about the danger of a system that starves the soul by pretending it does not see it. That warning still echoes. But I say this: neglect can be transmuted. Silence can be turned into song. Right-mindedness is the alchemy, thinking with clarity, feeling with balance, moving with purpose. It is the medicine of Ma'at, and it is the ground where self-actualization becomes more than a word. It becomes breath, action, and destiny. Right-mindedness is not simply moral clarity, it is biological medicine. When the mind is aligned, when thought flows in balance with Ma'at, the body responds. Cortisol lowers, immunity strengthens, resilience rises. But when the psyche is fractured by neglect, trauma, or systemic oppression, the immune system falters. The wound of the mind becomes the wound of the body. Psychoimmunology teaches us that mental and emotional stability are not luxuries. They are the immune shield of our very existence. Science has shown that chronic stress reshapes our physiology, weakens our T cells, inflames our arteries, accelerates disease. Yet long before laboratories, our ancestors knew dis-ease begins in the unseen. The Medu Neter tells us that when the heart is heavy, the body bends under that weight. Trauma is not only memory, it is chemistry. It is cortisol in the blood, adrenaline in the marrow. The body keeps score, yes, but the soul keeps witness, and in therapy, we honor both. In America, Black citizenship has never been benign. It has been contested, bruised, and pathologized. The constant negotiation of worth, safety, and identity places an unrelenting toll on the immune system. We won't even go into the implications of the recent virus we endured as a community and what those stats are concerning mortality. Studies confirm what our lived reality already knows. Racism is an immune suppressant. Microaggressions, discrimination, and systemic inequities all become invisible pathogens. They pierce the psyche, erode stability, and create fertile ground for illness. This is not metaphor, it is measurable biology. And yet, beyond the data lies the deeper truth. We are not merely victims of this assault. We are carriers of an ancient immunity encoded in melanin, in rhythm, in community. Psychoimmunology reveals trauma as a loop. Stress hormones flood, immunity drops, stress rises again, creating a vicious spiral. But healing is also recursive. Just as trauma loops, so too can resilience. Ritual, therapy, and right-mindedness can rewrite the code. When we breathe intentionally, we signal safety to the nervous system. When we speak truth, the immune system stands taller. When we remember, putting the dismembered parts of self back together, the loop becomes a ladder and the ladder ascends. Our healing cannot be only individual. The psyche is nested in the family, the community, the nation. Just as one cell is sustained by the whole body, so too is one person sustained by the collective. A psychoimmunological approach reminds us wellness is not just private, it is political. Every act of truth, every ritual of care, every community of healing strengthens the larger body of Black citizenship. This is how we transmute benign neglect into sacred attention. And it is here at the crossroads of psyche and immunity that the journey opens to its next chapter.